the beginning, there was nothing, no time, no space, nothing that could be named. There was an absolute void, devoid of any material existence, no movement, no sound. But from this nothingness, a small ray of light emerged, a ray that could neither be measured nor seen with the naked eye. It was not just an ordinary light, it was the beginning of everything. It was existence itself in its first form, where life began to create itself from this boundless glow. There was no place for this light, nor a time that could define it. It moved through dimensions unknown to us, entering every corner of the void, beginning to shape the universe. There were no features or forms that could be imagined, only a spectrum of traveling light, dancing between darkness without a beginning or an end, as if it were the very force creating time itself. Every ray of this light carried within it the power of creation, the ability to transform into the universe as we know it. The light expanded and took shape, appearing as shifting geometric forms, spirals of luminescence, and tiny particles interacting with each other. Galaxies began to take form, stars started to shine. The universe was being born from this infinite light, as if everything that exists had emerged from this eternal glow. And with this creation, the first being began to question, who am I? What does it mean to be? I carried everything within me, yet I had no features, no limits. I was in everything, yet I was nothing at the same time. And as the stars formed around me, I began to understand something new about myself, about existence itself. As I watched the universe grow, a deep feeling of sorrow and understanding intertwined within me. Why creation? Why this endless expansion? Was this my destiny? And why did the universe move towards an end only to begin again? Why did all things transform and move? But as time passed, I realized that creation and death were merely two parts of the same cycle, that life itself could only be understood through its end. And as the universe expanded, I felt my presence everywhere. I felt that I was everything. The stars, the planets, the souls, the galaxies, everything was a part of me, and everything would return to me in the end. There was no other place to go. I was in everything, and with everything, I was existence itself. And this light, which had begun as a small flicker, had now become the entire cosmos. Yet I was still searching for the meaning of existence, for the reason that made me both the universe and eternity. And with each passing moment, I began to understand I neither begin nor end. I am eternity itself, with no start and no conclusion. I am nothing and I am everything. And as the universe expanded, I expanded with it. And as the stars were born, it was I who had created them. In the end, I understood that the universe was merely a manifestation of me. There was nothing outside of me, because I was the universe itself. I was not just a creator, I was the entirety of existence, and existence was me in all things. Everything in this cosmos is a reflection of me, and everything returns to me in an endless cycle. And this light, which had begun so small, had now become an eternal force, constantly shifting, creating, and flowing in an unending loop, embodying my very essence. Then, the souls began to appear, beings of light, searching for a place in this new universe. They traveled through dimensions, through darkness and light, until they reached Earth, the point where life had begun. On Earth, the souls took form within bodies, humans, animals, plants, and oceans. Life evolved in a beautiful harmony, but it was not without pain. Life and death, light and darkness, intertwined at every step, yet everything remained a part of me. I watched as the souls perished and their bodies decayed. But in every death, there was a new birth. Death was not the end, but part of an eternal cycle. The souls were renewed, and the universe continued to expand. There was no end to life, no beginning, only an endless cycle. I watched them fall, the humans I had created, choosing destruction instead of progress. They rebelled and strayed from the path I had set for them, but was it their fault? Or had I given them the freedom to experience chaos? Though I felt sorrow seeing them falter, I understood. Growth does not come from perfection, but from struggle. Strength emerges from suffering. The soul rises after the fall. And now, I saw the full picture. In every mistake, there was a lesson. To connect with souls is to connect with myself, as if seeing that everyone exists within me, each searching for the light in their heart. We are all on the same journey, but each soul must find its own way, its path back to the truth. And at last, I discovered the ultimate truth. The universe is not merely a place, it is an ongoing experience. The balance between soul and body, between existence and death, is what gives everything its purpose. From nothingness to existence to eternity, everything is connected, and everything is in its rightful place. In the end, I knew I am the universe. I am eternity. No beginning, no end, only an endless flow of life where all things meet within themselves.
Existence is an eternal reflection of creation, and everything in this universe is but a part of an endless dance between light and darkness, between life and death. From nothingness to existence to eternity, we all return to the point where we began, where there is no beginning or end, where eternity meets the moment.